BBC Television presents...
Hancock.
5:15, Sid, listen.
Listen to what? The news is not on until 6.
Shh, Sid, what can you hear?
Nothing. What are you on about? Is this one of your little games? Test Sid's hearing to see if the old boy's deaf. It's a really loud noise and I can't hear it right. Ha ha ha.
No, it's gone. There was no noise at all, was there?
What on earth do you mean by saying the noise is gone and there wasn't a noise?
It's all in here, Sid. The latest train timetable from East Cheam Station, Southern Line. They've had it for 2 years apparently, but forgot to tell anybody about it. You haven't got one, I see.
No, I haven't. Where's my copy?
And you're not going to get a copy. That's because you're not a homeowner, Sid. You'll have to go to East Cheam Station to get your copy. It's a favour. I got mine gratis through the post, a residence copy. There it is. It says it on the front. Look. For residents only.
Yeah, alright, don't rub it in. But I don't go by train very often, so what's so special about 5:15?
That, me old mucker, was the new German hydrogen powered train. Southern have just brought one and are testing it out. Completely silent. Just the whir of highly polished German ball bearings luxuriating in a sea of high quality Stuttgart grease.
So what? It's a new train. It's just a train. You turned into a train spotter or something. Where's your anorak, Hancock?
Don't be a fool, Sid. Think outside the box. This means that sitting here in 23 railway cuttings as we are, we no longer have to worry about the screeches, whistles and clatters of Southern Railway's old cattle trucks. It's Vorsprung durch Technik all the way from here. The Germans have declared peace in our time.
Yeah, we'll be able to get some kip at the weekend at last. Railway cuttings without the sound effects. We can put a little patio at the back and sit pims through umbrellas in the peace and quiet of our suburban garden.
Exactly right, Sid. No more will we hear the desultory whistle and grinding of brakes as the 4 a.m. screeches to a halt at the bottom of the garden while the guard slings the tea leaves from his kettle over the fence. It's a new era.
Things are looking up. Let the train take the strain, eh?
Go, loco, go. Southern, we're getting there, Sid.
Makes the going easy, Hancock.
Indeed, Sid, old chap. A better way to go.
For God's sake, what's that?
I don't understand it. It's like a phantom from the past. That can't be one of the new German hydrogen trains. Let me look in me timetable. It's 5:30. Must be the Clapham Common to Seaford train stopping at Wivelsfield and Haywards Heath. It says steam service, Sid.
Steam service? What do they mean, steam? There hasn't been a steam train on the line since 1967, and not since I've been living here anyway.
This is ridiculous. This isn't the age of steam. Great pillars of stinking black smoke billowing everywhere. Sot on your Y-fronts. Smog. Yellow pea soup as we call them. We used to put handkerchiefs over our mouths soaked in vinegar. You'll need a pillowcase for yours, Sid.
What on earth do you mean I'll need a pillowcase, Hancock? They can't be putting steam back on the line. It's a move back to the Dark Ages.
One giant leap for Germany, one big step back by Southern Rail.
We'll have to complain to the company. You can kiss goodbye to the patio and the pims, Hancock. They've just railroaded us over the quality of our life.
Yes, get on the blower to the company director. Go straight to the top.
Is that the director of Southern Rail? Well, we live in railway cuttings, you see, in East Cheam, and the whole house was shaken by your new steam train. No, we don't like it. I don't care if people do like steam trains. It's the Harry Potter steam train. What? I don't read flaming Harry Potter. Could you come and see what effect it's having on us?
That was Sir Charles Orton, was it, Sid?
I don't think so.
Who was it then? You did go straight to the top man, didn't you, Sid?
Yeah, I think he said he was head of refreshments.
You mean you spoke to the flaming tea boy?
Anyhow, someone's coming down tomorrow to talk to us and take a note of all our complaints and hear for themselves what this noise is like.
Well, that's a bit more like it, Sid. A bit of civility, a bit of deference, doffing your hat to the customer and all that.
Oh, good evening. I'm Mr. Shunt. People call me the Thin Controller. I don't know why. I couldn't use your loo by any chance.
Yes, of course. Feel free. I'll make some refreshments as well. What about a tea? Some curled up sandwiches and a nice bun. I'll have to charge you. That will be £10, 6 shillings and sixpence, sir.
Oh, stop messing about. But I'm glad you've got a sense of humour. You're a bit of a boy, ain't you? I did try to have a little tiddle at East Cheam Station first, but one of our drivers had locked himself in the loo. I did try and use the ladies, but someone called the police, which is why I was a bit late and I was busting. I'm sorry. Oh, this is Mrs. Clutterbuck. She's station master of East Cheam Station.
Yes, pleased to meet you both. Yes, very nice. Right, down to business. You're late for the 5:30. No surprise there then. But there's a repeat performance at 6:30 and 7.
I'm sorry you don't like our steam train. They are very popular with children. We've painted a little face on it, like Thomas the Tank Engine.
I'm afraid we don't get to see its little face, Mrs. Clutterbuck. We're too busy clinging on to our furnishings and fittings for dear life.
Oh, it's good, isn't it? Oh, it's like old times. Agatha Christie, The Orient Express, and The Flying Scotsman. You can't see half its guilt, you know.
I do not want to return to the bad old days of wizened old-timers shovelling lumps of coal into a boiler. I don't care if it is the Flying Scotsman or the Floating Welshman. It's a flaming row. I don't think the house can take it.
Hush, tush, Mr. Hancock. Aren't you exaggerating just a teensy bit? I found it quite invigorating. I like the smell of tar and sulphur.
It's like smoking a whole pack of woodbine all at once. And what about global warming?
Global warming? Oh, I can see you're an educated man, Mr. James. Oh, but it's a good name for a steam train as well. Make a note, Miss Jakes. I'll put it forward at the next general meeting. Thanks very much, Mr. James.
That's all right. You're welcome. Anytime.
I don't think you're taking this seriously at all, Mr. Shunt. You've got a nice, silent and clean engine from Germany. Why don't you buy some more of those instead of the stinky, smelly steam jobbies?
Oh, go on. Where's your spirit of adventure? Sitting in a swaying carriage with the wind whistling through your ear. You know you've been on a train rather than slick gizmo. Anyway, they're too expensive.
It always comes down to money, doesn't it? So what happens to all our ticket money?
Well, it all goes into a pot, and then at Christmas we divvy it all up. That's me and the other fat controllers, and Mrs. Clutterbuck, of course.
Divvy it up? You mean you take all the money instead of spending it on the flaming railway?
Oh, no, of course not. Just most of it. We leave some for new loo rolls, fresh soap, new tickets and tea bags, hats for the porters and some new brooms, 'cause they sweep clean.
What about trains?
Oh, no, we don't spend any money on trains, Mr. James. We get given those by the government, and people donate them. For example, we're testing the new German train for Which magazine. It's not ours.
Just look at it. It's not one of the pictures off the flaming wall.
Well, I suggest you stick a few nails in them. That'll keep them from falling off. Anyway, it's only some old girl. I think it's fun.
It's not some old girl. I'll have you know that's a picture of my mother. And no, it is not fun. I demand compensation.
Why did you move to railway cuttings if you don't like railways? That's like moving to the coast if you don't like the sea and the sand. Or moving to Wembley if you don't like football.
I did not move to railway cuttings for the railway. In fact, I didn't notice the flaming trains until you got those dinosaurs from off the scrap heap.
I am authorised, however, to offer you a free season ticket to and from East Cheam to anywhere in the country as a way of compensating you for all the noise.
Well, it is a start. I won't say it's a generous offer, but I do thank you.
Providing, however, it is on one of our steam trains.
You must be joking. It's like rubbing salt in the wound.
Don't get too upset, Mr. Hancock. I think I can see steam coming out of your ears.
Let me handle this, Hancock. My client would like compensation for loss of sleep, loss of air, loss of earnings, loss of his social life, loss of his self-esteem, and total loss of respect that others may have had for him.
Steady on, Sid. I think you're overdoing it now, mate.
So, what do you think, Mrs. Clutterbuck? How much is that worth? What about £100? I can write you a cheque right now. Or rather I will when the room stops shaking.
This is outrageous. I have a good mind to contact the papers.
Oh no, I wouldn't bother. They all use Southern Rail. They've all got a free season ticket on the new German train. They all write nice things about us as it happens, and they ignore cranks and crackpots.
I am not a crank.
No, I see you more as a crackpot, Mr. Hancock.
Not only are you destroying my life, Mr. Shunt, you are destroying the climate by pumping smoke and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere.
Yes, but you should see all the kiddies lining the station when the steam train roars past. Mind you, we have a hell of a job cleaning the soot off them afterwards. Their little dirty faces, beaming away, it's wonderful. All their mothers licking Kleenexes, dabbing the grime off.
Look here, Shunt. If you don't stop running these flaming steam engines, you know what we're going to do, don't you?
No. Oh, go on. What are you going to do, Mr. James? Oh, there's nothing you can do. You can't stop us.
What do you make the time, Sid, old chap?
It's 8:26, Hancock, old man.
Right, so the 8:30 steam train to Haywards Heath will be along in a minute, won't it, Sid?
Oh, let me go. Oh, please, Mr. Hancock. Sydney, untie me. I'm too young and good-looking to die.
Well, on one condition, that you stop all these new steam train services on Southern Rail, Mr. Shunt.
Oh, you're railroading me into this, but yes, of course, anything you say, untie me from the railway tracks. Ah!
Rightio, Mr. Shunt. There you go.